Hello, my mystic friends. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and today we're going to be diving into the month of November of 2025, this monthly astrology forecast. I want to share insights with you in order to help you connect with your inner wisdom to move more in alignment with the universe. Now, I do have some exciting news to share. I am excited to share my 2026 year ahead astrology forecast. Each one is an extended video with a detailed PDF that explains the key transits, the eclipses, and all the shifts so you can help navigate your year with confidence. You can grab your sign or bundle all 12 at willowgracemystic.com or in the link below. So for my Aquarius friends, November of 2025 is going to be a month of profound shifts for you within your roots, your foundations, your home, your family, your own inner sense of security. As an Aquarius, you're often future focused, drawn to innovation, community, change. Yet this month, the universe, it's inviting you to pause and to look inward and downward. It's anchoring you to what truly sustains you. It wants you to say, what makes it sacred? What makes this solid? Your journey is about weaving the balance between your outer ambitions and your own inner needs so that you can move forward with vision and stability. I want to start off with the first lunation, which is going to be November 5th, and you're going to have a full moon in the sign of Taurus. So the sun is illuminating the highest point of your chart, your 10th house of career and job, reputation, and legacy. The lowest part is the cradle, the fourth house of the home, the traditions. It's your sanctuary. And so it begins with a full moon in Taurus, shining on home and family and your emotional roots. Now, full moons, they always bring about completion, culmination, endings, and clarity. And this is the house that you're going to focus on for your foundation. Now, for you, this lunation, it can truly mark a shift within your living situation. Maybe a revelation about family patterns or a moment of emotional release that's connected to your past. You might feel called to let go of dynamics that just no longer nurture your own inner world. The Taurus energy, it asks you to ground yourself in stability. It wants you to savor the spaces and people that provide safety, security, and comfort for you while gently releasing what no longer does. And so I want to add to this story because just 2 days later, on November 7th, we're going to have Uranus enter into the sign of Taurus, right where the full moon just left. And so Uranus is reactivating your fourth house once again. This transit has been reshaping your sense of home for the last several years, and then it shifted into the sign of Gemini. When a planet goes back into another house for the final sweep, it returns and signals this another wave of an awakening because the Uranus is the great liberator. It's the maverick. And so there can be sudden changes within your living situation or your living environment, your home, possibly family structures, or there can be themes of emotional needs that now come to the surface. Though this can feel destabilizing at times because Uranus in an earth sign feels like a little mini earthquake. These shifts, they're designed to shake you free from outdated foundation so that you can create a stable living arrangement, stable home, stable traditions that aligns with who you are becoming. Now, on the same day, we're going to have Venus in Scorpio square Pluto. Now, Venus is in your 10th house of your career, your job, your reputation, and Pluto is in your first house of who you are, your identity. So this is deeply personal for you. Squares are tense aspects. They're tense in order to create an uncomfortable situation so that you will change and you will evolve. And so the tension is between your career and your public life and who you are, your own identity. You might feel pulled between professional ambitions and your own personal needs, or between how others perceive you and how you truly are. there can be power struggles because Scorpio can bring about power and control dynamics. And so when the power struggles, if they surface, use this as an invitation to transform dynamics with honesty rather than control. It's like looking at the situation and saying, I'm going to pause, I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to look at it from multiple different angles. Now, the very next day, I want to continue this story with Mercury. Mercury on November 9th is going to station retrograde. Mercury is in your 11th house of friendships, goals, communities, people, places, and things that you want to connect with in order to volunteer or to further yourself. And so you can have old friends now reappear. There can be unfinished group projects that now you need to go back and complete, or that they return in order for a second look at. You might also find yourself possibly reflecting on dreams that you once held for the future, and then looking at, how do I move forward with this? Does this still resonate with me? There can be miscommunications within groups or the group dynamics, the people that can now come up, and it's giving you a chance to clear the air. Mercury wants to be able to communicate, and these can be through technology glitches like a missent email or a phone call, or it's about miscommunication. Now for you, my Aquarius friends, this retrograde is about refining what your vision is and looking at, are these communities that I'm part of, are they aligned with my values? Do my long-term goals reflect my authentic self? This is a time for you to tune into those things, because as we grow, change, age, and evolve, so do those things, our values. And so use this time to revisit, reevaluate, and then to realign. Now, just 2 days later, on November 11th, we're going to have Jupiter now retrograde. Now, Jupiter is in your 6th house. Jupiter normally wants to expand. It has all these beautiful expansive opportunities. And so this is in your house of how you nurture and care for yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, the service you give to other people. It's the house of pets. It's the house of alternative healthcare and healing practices and modalities. And so having Jupiter now stationed retrograde, it slows the momentum and it turns the growth inward for you. Maybe you revisit, this could be old work habits, and maybe you reconsider health practices, or maybe you reflect on how your daily routines, how do they support your well-being, your mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, emotional health and well-being. This is a time that you will want to go inward, a time to pause, a time to refine, rather than just adding more things to your plate. Focus on simplifying, streamlining, and aligning your daily life with your own inner truth. Now, I want to fast forward to November 18th. I want to continue the Mercury story, because now Mercury is going to be part of a larger picture. So Mercury now moves into the sign of Scorpio. It re-enters. And Scorpio is the highest point in your chart. It's your 10th house of career and reputation and your purpose and your legacy and your responsibilities. Now, with Mercury retrograde here, there can be old professional matters that can now resurface, or you might revisit career goals, or things that you have set aside and now you have to come back and finish. There can be misunderstandings with authority figures, or you as the authority figure, or there can be delays in projects that now come up. For you, this is going to be a chance to reflect on, what does success really mean to you? Are you pursuing recognition at the expense of authenticity? Mercury retrograde here, it invites you to revisit your ambitions and to align them with what is your soul's purpose. What do you really want to do? What is the job, the career, the legacy, the reputation that you want to be seen or known as? Now, on the very next day, we're going to have a Sun Mercury cazimi and a new moon. So on November 20th, this is the day when we get that aha moment, the clarity. A cazimi is when a planet is in the heart of the sun. And so we will have Mercury in the heart of the sun, and it's brings sudden insights into your career, your public image. You might realize the truth about a professional situation, or you might now see a new direction on how to move forward. Now, on the same day, there's going to be a new moon in Scorpio. This is going to be activating your house of career, offering this powerful, fresh start within your career that's calling to you. For you, my Aquarius friends, this lunation is about planting seeds for empowerment and purpose. What role do you want to play in the world? What legacy do you want to build? This is your moment that you set these intentions for this path that reflects your truth. And then one more day later, on the 20th, we're now going to have Uranus in a sextile with Neptune. So Uranus is in your home sector, your 4th house, and Neptune is in your 2nd house of money and resources. Both of these planets are stationed retrograde, going back, and they're at the 29th degree. This is an anaretic degree, a calling to end, a finality. This is a gentle, supportive influence that's inviting you to create some stability, both at home and within your finances, your resources. You might feel inspired to align your money, your resources with your emotional needs, or to bring imagination and spirituality in your financial and domestic life, your home life, your foundation. Now, for you, my Aquarius friends, this aspect, it reminds you that true security is both material and emotional. It's not about like get accumulation, but it's about alignment of what matters most to your soul. Aquarius, November of 2025 is going to be this month of balancing all of your private home life with your public calling. The Taurus full moon and Uranus in your 4th house, it's highlighting these changes that are going on within your home and your family life, with your traditions, your generational. And Mercury retrograde, it's truly drawing your attention back to friendships, back to career, back to your future goals, these networks. Jupiter retrograde in your 6th house is reminding you that you need to refine your day-to-day habits of how you nurture and care for yourself and your health routines before you can give to others. It's balancing your home and your work life. And the Scorpio new moon and the Sun Mercury cazimi, this is going to be a profound opportunity for your career and your purpose. It's a renewal. And Uranus and Neptune is just going to gently support that. It's saying your finances in your home, it needs this new moon. This is a month of a realignment for you, of ensuring that your own inner foundation supports your outer growth. And so a mantra for you can be, I anchor myself in truth and stability. I release old roles and I align my career, my home, my values with my soul's authentic path. So for my Aquarius friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below.